Back in ancient China, being short meant you couldn't be arrested. Emperor Qin Shi Huang, only 4 feet 11 inches tall, made a rule. You had to be as tall as him to be considered grown up. But watch out, crying was forbidden for men, it was seen as weak.
The film opens with Ravi orchestrating a brutal hit on a rival gang in the dead of night. The scene is graphic and intense, showcasing Ravi's cold-blooded nature as he guns down enemies without hesitation. The city is his playground, and he rules it with an iron fist.
If caught, your beard and eyebrows got shaved.
Priya is introduced in stark contrast, attending a university party. She's the epitome of innocence and beauty, surrounded by friends, yet somehow feeling out of place. At this party, she crosses paths with Ravi, who is there on business, though disguised as a wealthy businessman. Their eyes meet, and the connection is instant, laced with danger and desire.
Women had it weird too.
Ravi, intrigued by Priya's purity, pursues her. Their encounters become increasingly intense, with Ravi's dark world slowly enveloping Priya. The sexual tension between them is palpable, leading to passionate, explicit scenes that explore the contrast between Priya's innocence and Ravi's raw, animalistic desire.
Before marriage, they have to cry for an hour daily for a month, joined by family.
Priya is drawn deeper into Ravi's life, unaware of his true identity. The glamour and thrill of his world captivate her, pulling her away from her sheltered life. However, the danger becomes apparent as Ravi's enemies start to take notice, putting Priya at risk. Inspector Raghav, while investigating a series of violent crimes, discovers Priya's involvement with Ravi. Furious and terrified for his daughter, he confronts her, but Priya, now deeply in love with Ravi, refuses to end the relationship. The tension between father and daughter is intense, leading to heated arguments filled with emotional and psychological turmoil. Raghav decides to take matters into his own hands, launching an all-out war against Ravi's empire. The city becomes a war zone, with violent shootouts, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and bloody betrayals. Ravi's gang retaliates, escalating the conflict into a full-scale gang war. The violence is graphic, with no mercy shown on either side. Priya, caught between her father and her lover, becomes increasingly desperate. She tries to mediate, but both Ravi and Raghav are too consumed by their hatred and desire for dominance. The climax reaches its peak as Raghav orchestrates a final assault on Ravi's hideout. In a tragic twist, Priya, unable to bear the bloodshed and the loss of her once peaceful life, takes drastic action. The final act is a heart-wrenching blend of love, loss, and destruction. Priya leaves a letter, expressing her love for both men, but acknowledging that the war will only end with her death. The scene of her suicide is raw and emotional, pushing the boundaries of pain and despair. The movie closes with Ravi and Inspector Raghav standing over Priya's lifeless body. Both are broken men, their souls shattered by the loss of the woman they both loved. The violence stops, but the silence that follows is deafening. Ravi, once invincible, walks away into the darkness, his empire in ruins. Raghav, now a hollow man, is left alone with his guilt and the ghost of his daughter. The final scenes are a haunting reminder of the cost of love and the destructive power of obsession, leaving the audience with a visceral sense of loss and the consequences of a life consumed by violence and desire.